Alright there guys, this is Rob back from the review, and today we'll be looking at Silverbolt from the Combiner Wars line. And again, I am absolutely shocked to see that this is out in the UK so early and before the US, especially in Kidderminster of all places. And as the fall in 835 in this video says, the excitement that he showed in that is pretty much how I was feeling, but I've been in such a state of shock about it. Well, state of shock's a bit much, but you know what I mean. It's just really surreal. I couldn't quite believe that I was going to the UK and well, into a shop in the UK and seeing these things on the shelves amongst all the shelf warmers from the Bay lines that have been there for like years. And you just wouldn't expect that you get such a cool thing as this on a toy shelf these days. And it's really nice quality too, really well made. The box is great, and even the girls in the shop couldn't believe how fast this was going off the shelves. They were in shock themselves. They were saying they've never known a toy line come in so quick. They said they've only come in today and they've nearly sold out. So it's thanks to Stuart Blythe on the YouTube community on Facebook, who posted that these were out at his local Smyths. So I initially drove down to ours in Kidderminster and with some excitement, but I still wasn't expecting to find anything, and I went down there and found the night before the shelves had been cleared, and that was a bit ominous, but there was no toys. And then the next morning I went back and they had two of these guys, which this is one, and two of the primes, of which this is one. Whether they had any more or not, I don't know. They probably have. I'd imagine they've got more than four. And they said that they nearly sold out. When I bought this guy first, and then I thought, sod it, I'm going back to get this, because I do love Silverbolt, and I thought, well, I might not get a chance. At this price, you know, $22.99, you can't go wrong. So I went back, and there was just one prime left in this guy. So that if you do see them, pick them up, because they are flying off the shelves, it would seem. And I only imagine that there'll be more on eBay, because that's usually the way it goes. So let's get this out of the package. It's been a fantastic day yesterday. It's the first review I've done in ages, and I can't believe that I've already got some more subscribers. And apparently we were featured on Cybertron, which is really weird, but really cool. So there we go. And then to top it off, I went to see The Hobbit last night, which is fantastic as well. So this is him in his robot mode, and he's absolutely gorgeous. The face on him is fantastic. He is so accurate to the cartoon, and he's just really got the character absolutely smack on. No light piping, but very nicely painted face and blue eyes, and the quality of the plastic reminds me very much of something you get like a hen cave figure, but even probably a little bit better actually. It's really nice solid plastic. The quality has gone back up again. It's really well made. There's no stress marks anywhere. The joints are really good, and the design is just gorgeous in both modes. It's simple, it's fun, it's easy to change. It can combine. You know, it's just a great toy. It's really good, and I haven't got any faults with it except for one thing, but we'll come to that later. So his articulation, it's all nice ratchets, which is very good to see back. That's just a friction joint. Swivel there too. The wrist hasn't got anything except for the transformation, which I missed out on my Prime video. Prime can do that too, but I didn't know that at the time. So in the legs, again, you've got ratchets, and then your knee bends a long way. It's got two joints actually, and let's see, can you get this to go all the way back? Well, yeah, you can do stupid things like that with it if you wanted to. So in the feet, he's got a heel spur, and this can go only that far forward, but it's slightly more than straight. That's straight, so you can get a bit of forward movement there. It goes back a long way too. That folds right in for the transformation. So all in all, a fantastic figure for the robot mode anyway. So and then the wings you can put out like this. Now the alt mode is fantastic too, and it has got a load of kibble on the bottom, but it's still cool. So let's see if we can put him in there. So to start off with, you want to come in here for the chest, open it up, and then fold the head back into there. as far as it'll go. Put that back and clip it back in. And then maybe lift the arms up out of the way. And then we can bring up this nose section here, which folds all the way up and clips in very nicely. Now with these, we can, how do we do this now? Open these doors at the back. And then fold up the feet. And then they fold in all the way over and in. So that's that. You leave these doors open, and then we turn them so that they're that way, and then rotate them around. And I don't know if you can see in here, let's see, just in there there's a little slot which that goes into. So just bring them around, fold them in, and you squeeze them in like that. So that's that bit done. And then the arms just rotate here, and you want to make them so they've got this little line facing the top of the jet mode, so that'll clip into the wings here. And this little bit here just moves and sits into there. Now these bits, you want to ratchet click it one way, so one click there. Okay, and then just get it so that it lines up as flush as you can get it there. And it doesn't have to be much, it just sits there like that. But it's okay because it ain't going to go anywhere. And then when the wing comes down, that will lock it into place and it's solid. So do the same to the side. Let's get that right. Put it in like that, then clip that into place. Then we've got to fold this up. And basically there you have the robot, so the jet mode. However, there is one more thing. You get options here. These wheels here, and you got the legs here. This is the chest plate for Superion. But I found if you just fold them over into the chest portion, so you get that kind of thing going on, it makes it a bit sleeker and tidier. It hides the legs. The wheels become narrower and track, which is a bit more realistic. And from the front, it does thin it out a little bit. Now, yes, he is a robot with a jet on his back, but then that's kind of cool because in a retro way, that's basically what the G1 jets mostly were. But also, when I was a kid, use your imagination. I always seen these guys as being some sort of much more futuristic, advanced machine, like superior to our jets. So they're kind of like a spaceship. Maybe you could just use your imagination and think of him as a spaceship jet former type dude. And that suits me fine. And this is a bit like Concorde, but not really quite like it. They've sort of made something a bit more fantasy-esque out of it, and I like that because this looks very much like something I've seen out of Thunderbirds possibly as well, with this mad tail design and the ram jets on the top that look here. So very, very cool. The plastic is thin, but not thin in quality. It's just thin structurally, but it's very strong and definitely far superior than what we got in lines of the past, like Reveal or the Shield, which were a bit, you know, cheap. Well, they just were cheap. But here you've got this rubber nose, and that bends, which is cool because like Concorde, for landing mode and takeoff, the nose bends, and then for supersonic mode, you got the nose that lines up like that. So they've gone quite modern with this. You've got like a canard design here as well, so for extra aerodynamic stability. And then on the back, which he'll need with all this stuff underneath, on the back here we've got a little rubber tail there too. So I take it this is the child safety laws. But then in the 80s, you know, they're still around. Thundercracker and Starscream and all that, they had rubber noses like this, and they're still alright. And it feels exactly the same kind of stuff as that, to be honest. And some rubbers these days do last better than the old ones, but if you're in a warmer climate, perhaps that might be a concern. Not in the UK though, we're fine with that here. So from there, what else can we say about this then? His weapon, where is that? His weapon here, it's in two pieces. It's a really cool looking thing. This just clips in like that, but you can fit this underneath in jet mode, which for some reason reminds me of the cartoon. I don't know why, but looks ridiculous, but it's kind of cool. I suppose if he was attacking Unicron, he might need something that big, but there you go. So just take that off. Now, let's get him back to... Actually, can we take him to the combine mode? I think we can from here. So if I tab these wings again, fold them back over. Oh, by the way, these Autobot Legos are tampograph printed, not stickers, which is nice. Fold that back there. And then these, as we take this back over like that, and then these will now become the legs. Sort of rotate them the opposite way around, so the screws are at the front. I think that's right. Do this from memory now. I did play about this guy quite a bit, isn't he? And then I think, is it? Yeah. Just bring them down like that and face these bits forward. So I love that clicking noise. I do like that. At least you know it's going to be solid. You figure it ain't going to wear out. So then we bend the fists back. This is what I should have done on Optimus the other day. And then there, that's the combiner port, and you can see it's spring loaded, and it's at, you're making it at a slight angle, so it'll probably just snap in and snap out. That'll lock it in quite very securely, I imagine. That's not going to come out easily. Great design by the looks of it. Certainly better than the old peg head thing. So the 8s. Now I've already got his chest covered up, but I'm just going to have to open that up a second. So we're exposing those legs again. Now, trying to remember how to do this is a pain to get out. I think if you open up this head cavity again, it might make it a bit easier. Yeah, that's it. Can I do that? Yeah, if you open that up like that, and then shove your thumb in, you can push it out here, which makes things a bit easier. Then we bring up that head, fold in Silverbolt's head, fold that back in. And then this here has an extra bit that lifts up, but you need to lift this out the way, I think. Oh no, that's it. If Silverbolt's head's wrapped around like that, you can't push it back. So if you just rotate his head in a little bit, then you can fold this all the way up. And that stays completely flush at the bottom too. And then that forms the lower part of his torso. The head is on a double hinge. This is quite stiff. You just bring it around like that. And then I'll take these ears. This is the bit I don't like. Get to that in a second. They come round. And then there's a little slot in the back, and he just clips in like that. And then we bring chest pieces across. And this is the bit where you realise that you have to spend yet more money, because this guy is really cool looking, but he hasn't got his the rest of the dudes yet. So I'm going to have to sort that out. Now, these ears are soft rubber, and they are very soft rubber, but how strong they are, I don't know. They're very nicely painted, but you can see here there's a line, and obviously they're supposed to be straight, and they don't want to go around. But I think this could be remedied quite easily, because there is a screw in the back of the head. And if you've got any type of scratch building skills, you could easily make some new ears, and I'm sure some third party company will come out with some replacement plastic ones for this. It'd be nice if they did them in gold, perhaps not gold plastic though, but they look cool like this. I mean, it's very cartoon accurate, and his head, as you can see, does rotate left and right. It's a beautiful sculpt. Really, really nice. No light piping, but again, sure there could be some third-party options for this dude coming out. And it's just absolutely awesome. It's solid. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no paint flaws, and Hasbro really have put their quality back up, which is great. This is one of the best quality things I've seen in, well, about 10 years, to be honest. The quality is really good. It is absolutely solid. I've got no problems with this figure at all. Highly recommend it. So let's go back to his robot mode, because there's something else to show you. So, oops, legs coming out. So open these up. That's coming tabbed, tab it back in. So take this head out, and let's see how to do that. I've forgotten already. There we go. Open that back up, and then this should. Does that do that? Interesting. Ah, there we go. Nope, completely forgotten how to do this now. Great. Oh yeah, no, okay. The ears fold down, of course, that's what confused me. So yeah, fold the ears back so his head stays the same way as facing forward, and then just looks into his chest. Does that and clips in so that the ears are sticking out there, and that's that done. So that's nice. So now we can turn him this way and then just bring these legs out. Transformation is easy, but it's fun and it's well thought out. I think it's pretty clever, to be honest. So let me get these. I did forget to mention actually, these open up and fold right back, and then you've got two more springy ports here for connecting the deluxe guys. So that's clever, and again, nice tight joints. So these are easy to get out if you just press here and then just push round, and then you can just put your finger on there and the heel spurs unfold. So not too tricky if you press from there. And that's his feet done. Just now they're done. Fold those at the back. So arms down, wrists round again, turn the shoulders the right way around. And then the head reveal, which is nice, very well hidden. I really love this figure. He's just ace, and the colours are so 80s. Red, black, orange, mostly white. It's like a creamy white. It's almost greyish white. But let's say that. Don't think grey. It is white, but it's just got something about it that's nice. It doesn't look insipid, if you know what I mean. It's just like a really, really nice white they've used. Very nice plastic. So that's that. Now with his gun, he can hold from here, which looks massive, and that's obviously Superion's gun. But if we take this out, let's put it down there a second. Then this can become like a shield, and that can become like just a gun. But they just clip in. Now he's got ports on the side of his arm here, so, and he can hold the shield in his arm like that, or obviously in his hand if he wanted to. The gun fits very nicely in there. Not a lot of length on the peg, as you can see. That does come out easy, but it does hold in fine. You know, it's not going to go anywhere. Well, if you shake it that vigorously, it might, but it's pretty stable in there. And his wrists, you can sort of lift it up a little bit if you wanted to, so there's a little bit of articulation. Not properly, it's just due to transformation, but it works. So that's cool. But also, you see this backpack, it's not that bad. I think it looks pretty good actually. I mean, you can open it up and do what you want with it, but I actually prefer to have it back like that. But you see these two holes here? If you have got any issues with stability, and he will stand and he is stable, you can take this gun and you can take the shield. Oops. And plug them in together like that, and they will fit nicely in the back here. And as you can see there, he's now basically a tripod, and he's very, very stable on the shaft then. So that's cool. And if you don't want to get the other dudes for this guy is just a great figure on his own. He's just really nice, and if you love the character Silverbolt, which does have a very good character that did feature quite prominently in the cartoon, he's definitely worth picking up. Now some size comparisons. Right, sorry about that, I dropped the camera there, so that wasn't a very good move, but size comparisons. Got a Cyclonus there, and you can see that he is a bit taller than Cyclonus, which is probably about right. Depending on your opinion on that, of course. Let's go for Springer. Here he is, a Springer. Now Springer is about the same sort of size, so he is a big figure. I'd say that Springer is, yeah, Springer is a bit taller. But that's mainly shoulders. His head's a little bit taller, but not by much. So, what else have we got? Let's do G1 Optimus Prime. Another figure that a lot of people have got. Oops. And I suppose kind of ironic, really, seeing as the story of Wardon. These guys do have a link. So there is that, and probably already did this at the start, but with Combiner Wars Prime, Combiner Wars Prime is very, very bulky and really nice for it too, I think. Let's see what else we've got here. Toy World Orion, who's about the same size, a little bit taller. So another great figure there. So let's do one more. Lazy little cliff jumper. Very cool. Highly recommended. Have I forgotten anything? I don't know. But definitely excited about this guy and pick him up. They do come with this collector card as well. Let's get this out. The instructions are very cool too. Very in depth. But these little cardboard collector's cards, which something you don't normally get. It's quite nice. Nice artwork on there. So there we go. It's very good to be reviewing again, and it's very good to pick these up. And I'm really excited about Menasor, to be honest. And I wonder what else they might do with this Combiner Wars line now, because seeing as they've gone full Scramble City with these guys, and they're all link in together. Metroplex, who's behind that curtain there, I wonder if they can link up with him, because Jason Walston or Plasticon, he was looking at these and he said that he found some things on Metroplex that he thinks might be to do with these, so I'll have to have an investigate and see if I can find anything, how these might connect. I do wonder if this guy's got a base mode too, or some other alt mode, because if I remember right, the G1 figure, I never had the G1 figure. This is my first Silverbolt, even though I like him, but this is the first one that really looks like Silverbolt to me. I wonder if this guy's got some sort of fan mode, base mode thing that can link into Metroplex. Be interested to see if we get a Tripticon as well, because he was obviously part of Scramble City. So yeah, exciting times are ahead, I think. And I think if you took this back to the 80s with you and handed it to someone, they'd go mad for it, because it's just awesome. So if you see him, pick him up. And if you like what I'm doing, then please hit subscribe. Thanks very much for watching the video. Cheers guys, see you soon.